Hi sewing friends, welcome to my sewing room. My name is Beth, and if you're new, welcome. This week I was given 4 sampler blocks, different quilt blocks, and I put them together into a quilt top. I think sampler blocks are something that people begin a sampler quilt and they don't finish. Maybe they run into a difficult block and they lose their momentum. So I took the 4 blocks and I put them together into a small quilt. And I think next I'll add a border, but let's get started. Here are the 4 blocks I was given. I put them up on my design wall, and I'm going to be filling in those blanks with an alternate block. These blocks are all 12.5 inches, and here they are again. Really pretty fall warm colors. Here is the alternate block that I will be adding to my quilt with these sampler blocks. It's called Thrifty, and I found it first in this book using darks, mediums, and 4 white little squares. And I also found it in a second book with just a little bit different coloring. Instead of having a medium color in that, the coloring is just different, but it's called Thrifty. So I'm going to be cutting my pieces and putting this block together. I need 4.5 inch square for the center. I'm using a dark, 4.5 inch squares for the medium, and I have 2.5 inch squares. I have 8 dark, 4 medium, and 4 white. And if you wanted to skip that medium, you could cut 8 of the white 2.5 inch squares. I'll be making my 4 patches using a dark and a light and a dark and a medium, and then I'll put those 2 pieces together, and I need 4 patches for each of my quilt blocks. After getting my 4 patches ready, I arranged this nice 9-patch quilt block using the 4 patches in the corners with those dark squares sort of radiating out from the middle. After making that first test block, I went back and I cut enough of those 2.5 inch squares and 4.5 inch squares to make my quilt blocks. I need 5 quilt blocks for this little quilt that I'm putting together. Here are all the 9-patch Thrifty blocks, just a little bit different from one another, very similar. And now I'm ready to place them around those beautiful sampler blocks. This quilt top turned out so beautiful. I'm looking forward to adding a real simple border, and then I'll donate it to my quilting guild to their philanthropy drive, and somebody will enjoy using this beautiful sampler type quilt. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.